Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Nadia Syafira Purba. Saya mahasiswa PBI semester 7 di IAIN Langsa. Jadi kali ini saya akan menjelaskan tentang materi listening, yaitu long talk. Long talk adalah ceramah pendek atau a short lecture talk. Dan setiap satu ceramah pendek biasanya diikuti oleh beberapa pertanyaan. Pada bagian ini kita akan mendengarkan teks lisan, yakni kuliah atau ceramah pendek short lecture. Dalam kuliah ini kita akan mendengarkan 140 sampai 270 kata. Dan dalam satu cerita akan ada 3 sampai 7 pertanyaan. Cerita ini akan berlangsung sekitar 40 sampai 80 detik. Kemudian topik pada cerita ini bersifat lebih akademis bila dibandingkan dengan part A, dan materinya berbicara seputar sejarah, ilmu pengetahuan, atau organisasi universitas. Dan kadang-kadang kita perlu memperhatikan informasi yang berkaitan dengan angka-angka yang terdapat dalam kuliah ini. Kemudian kita harus memfokuskan pendengaran kita pada hal-hal yang berkaitan dengan pertanyaan 5W, dan 1H. What, who, when, where, why, and how. Kemudian tips dan triks untuk menjawab soal part C, yaitu akan ada pertanyaan tentang main idea, pikiran utama. Biasanya meliputi what is the main idea of the talk, what is the talk mainly about, what are the speaker discussing, what would be a good title for the lecture. Kemudian pertanyaan mengenai detail percakapan biasanya meliputi what does the man or woman say about, what does the man or woman want, what does the man woman suggest about. Yang ketiga, pertanyaan mengenai tujuan, purpose, biasanya meliputi why did, why is, why does the man or woman think, what does the speaker mention. Kemudian akan ada pertanyaan mengenai maksud atau implikasi, biasanya meliputi what does the speaker imply about, what does the speaker infer about. Dan yang terakhir, pertanyaan lain pada bagian ini bisa saja meminta untuk memilih gambar, mencocokkan pertanyaan, dan mengelompokkan jawaban berdasarkan kategori. Contohnya, yang pertama, you may be asked to pick out the correct drawing from what was described in words. You may be asked to match two concept. Dan yang terakhir, you may be asked to categorize certain concept. Kemudian, jika kita memiliki waktu dalam bagian ini, akan lebih baik kita untuk membaca dahulu pilihan ganda yang tertera di dalam tulisan kita, agar kita bisa menebak pertanyaan seperti apa yang bakalan keluar. Jadi kita dapat berpikir lebih cepat. Kemudian di sini direction. Kemudian di sini kita akan mendengarkan direction tentang part C.
Part C, directions. In this part of the test, you will hear several short talks. After each talk, you will hear some questions. The talks and the questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Here is an example. On the recording you hear, listen to an instructor talk to his class about a television program.
I'd like to tell you about an interesting TV program that'll be shown this coming Thursday.
Kemudian di sini akan ada narator membacakan long talk.
With the first talk. Questions 40 through 43. Listen to part of a talk in a physics class.
Okay, since we've been talking about mechanics and we still have a few minutes, let me tell you a little about the ancient Greeks and what they thought about mechanics. They came up with a system that, for them, seemed to describe and explain the different motions of different materials. More than 2,000 years ago, Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, assumed that all the matter on Earth was made up of 4 prime substances: earth, water, air, and fire. Under this system, Earth is the densest, water is next, air is less dense than water, and fire is the least dense of all. The heaviest objects were made of earth and water, and lighter objects contained significant amounts of fire or air. So when Aristotle observed that different types of matter had different characteristics, he assumed that this was because the different types of matter were composed of different amounts of the 4 primary substances. And Aristotle believed that the motions of objects could also be explained by the basic natures of the 4 prime substances. For example, there was the basic motion of up or down. Aristotle noticed that when he released most objects, they would drop downward. But he also knew that some things would rise upward, like smoke. Aristotle considered an object's downward or upward motion to be a result of the dominant nature of the object. So, according to Aristotle, matter like rocks were primarily composed of earth. Therefore, they naturally wanted to move toward the center of Earth because this was where all things earthly rested. But fire had a different resting place, the sky. So smoke would naturally rise when it was released because it was striving toward its natural resting place.
Number 40. What is the main topic of the talk?
Pertanyaannya adalah what is the main topic of the talk? Kita bisa melihat ABC-nya di situ. A. The relationship between psyche and psychology. B. Ancient Greek beliefs about matter and motion. C. The effects of Aristotle's psychology on current theories of psyche. D. Aristotle's use of fire in scientific experiment. Jawabannya adalah B. Karena dia tadi ada menyebutkan di dalam cerita itu tentang beliefs about matter and motion. Kemudian kita akan melanjutkan pertanyaan nomor 41.
Number 41. Using Aristotle's system of classification, which prime substance is the densest?
Kita bisa melihat pilihan jawaban ABCD yang ada di dalam tes kita nanti. Nah, dalam tes sekarang ini ada jawabannya A. Earth, B. Water, C. Air, and D. Fire. Untuk C itu air, not air. Yes. Saya salah menulis. Kemudian jawaban dari nomor 41 ini adalah air. Di dalam cerita tadi dia ada menyebutkan tentang air bahwa di bumi kita melakukan sesuatu. Nah, seperti itu. Oke. Cukup sekian penjelasan dari saya, semoga bermanfaat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.